How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Goat Talk. We are here on air, on camera. We got Sean with us. Sean, how you doing, buddy?
I'm all right.
It's a little different being on the other side of the chair.
This isn't the first time.
It's
I
not
mean,
the
this
first
is where
time.
I was last week, too.
When certain someone won a bet against you. Wait, did we make a bet? We made a bet.
She lost both her bets against me this week.
So what happens? Oh, she's not here.
She's not here. She's sick. Gabby, hope you feel better if you are listening. I doubt it, though. She doesn't even watch our YouTube videos.
Oh, my God.
I took that personally.
Well, if she doesn't watch our YouTube videos, maybe she follows us on our social media. What is our social media, Sean?
Let me think. Oh, that's right. It's on Instagram. It's g.o.a.t._talk. On Twitter, it is all caps, G_O_A_T_double_talk. Make sure you go follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
You're really good at that.
And subscribe to Hawk TV on YouTube.
Yes. If you want to watch us, if you want to see what Sean and I look like,
episode
if you want
8.
to see what our special guest Jake looks like, tune in on YouTube. All right, so let's get right into our topics. Let's start with some football. Myles Garrett, Mason Rudolph, the fight of the century.
Fight of the century.
Maybe not the fight of the century.
I'm sure
for sure.
I'm sure UFC fans don't agree with you there, but
I wouldn't call it the fight of the century. But Sean, I'll start with you.
So I put this topic in because I have a very unpopular opinion with this. I actually sided with Myles Garrett here. I don't know. There was a lot of reports going around today saying that Rudolph said a racial slur. The NFL said there was no proof that he actually said that. But something that kind of popped off on Twitter after this fight was the amount of people tweeting who went to high school with Mason Rudolph, how he used to bully them.
I saw that too.
That was pretty funny. Like it was bad. It was bad. Don't get me wrong. But hearing somebody from high school say, I'm happy that Mason Rudolph got hit in the head with a helmet. He put me in a porta potty, and
and like I'll never support a bully. So
yeah,
obviously I'm not justifying what Myles Garrett did, but I'm sure Mason Rudolph said something to him that deserved a clunk on the head.
Oh, I mean,
maybe with a fist rather than a helmet. But
I think that we can all agree that Myles Garrett probably didn't react in the best way possible.
That's fair.
But the one thing. Because I've played my fair amount of sports. Obviously, basketball is a little different from football. But there's never, like, a scuffle where both parties don't contribute to it.
Yeah.
So, obviously, Myles Garrett took it a little too far. And by a little too far, maybe a lot too far. But, I think we shouldn't get carried away and play Mason Rudolph off as the victim. I'm sure he had, some contributions to the scuffle.
Right. I agree with that.
And
absolutely.
we can't see all of that.
I mean, you're not going to see everything. And, like, I think especially with the allegations that came out today, more importantly, you're not going to hear everything. I mean,
exactly.
Let's face it. Like, at the end of the day,
Absolutely.
you're not going to hear everything. I want to stick with football on this next topic. So, pass interference challenges in the NFL. I'm sure Sean put this on. I'm sure he put this on because of the DeAndre Hopkins call.
Yeah.
Is that what that was? You want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, I mean, that was an obvious, I think, pass interference call against the pass to Hopkins against the Ravens. I forget who was in coverage for Baltimore, but it was a pass interference, and they challenged it, and it didn't get overturned, and that's been the story of the NFL so far this year. Now, am I opposed to the challenge flag of pass interference? No, I think it's a good idea. I just think they need to be more confident with their calls.
Right.
I think they're scared of the backlash of reversing a pass interference call and getting it wrong, because then they will never hear the end of that.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I think this whole I think it's been an issue for years, but let's face it, it really started with that Saints-Rams game. Like, that was really where pass interference just took the absolute next level.
Yeah, I mean, nobody really cared before the Saints-Rams game. I mean, like, they would be like, oh, they missed that call, but, like, nobody was, like, up in arms about getting it reviewable. Well, exactly, but I think, honestly, my personal opinion is that the NFL didn't make the right move with making it challengeable because it's so subjective, and that's why a lot of them don't get overturned because you need clear and conclusive evidence that of what happened. So for a subjective call, it's really hard to get that conclusive evidence, and I think that they shouldn't let one missed call define how they approach that call going forward.
Right, that's a fair point. You have anything else to say about Sean?
I just said, I'd be okay with them not having it either. Obviously, they can't pull it now because it would just be a terrible PR stunt for them
Absolutely.
if they just pulled it after this year. But I would have been okay with them not doing anything about it. It's like challenging a foul in basketball.
Exactly.
That's part of the game.
I don't like the NBA coaches challenges.
I don't like that. I don't like that you
terrible.
can challenge
I
in
think
the
it's
NBA
terrible.
now.
Yeah. I think officiating is part of the game.
Oh, it's a huge part of the game.
Absolutely.
And I think that error is part of the game. So,
Right.
I'm not for the flag, but it's in play. We got to get used to it. It's not going anywhere for at least a couple of years, I don't think.
Well, segueing over to baseball, it's not a part of the game. Cheating. Exactly, cheating. Sean, Houston Astros, we found out all this stuff about them potentially cheating against the Yankees back in 2017. What's the punishment looking like for them?
Yeah, so I waited on this topic for the last couple of weeks.
I'm glad we waited on it.
Because I wanted to see, kind of get the full look of it. And, it's just been nonstop. Obviously, the memes are hilarious. There's no denying that on Twitter. They are hilarious.
The meme fuel is honestly the best part of the whole situation.
Yes, with the garbage cans and stuff, it's amazing. It's incredible content. But in all seriousness, from what I've read, is that the Astros are going to get some kind of punishment that we haven't really seen before. And I think with fair reasoning, because they've done something and had such a success level with it to the point we haven't really seen something like that before.
Right.
I think they're going to have an asterisk in the Hall of Fame next to their World Series wins. And I think they might be stripped of all of their World Series medals and
I think they could be stripped too. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know if...
And they'll get some kind of draft pick taken away.
I was just going to say, I was going to say I don't know if they're going to get a draft pick taken away if their trophies get taken away. But, Jake, I don't know how much you know about the matter, but...
I mean, I'm familiar with it. I don't think that stripping them of their title is necessarily the right way to go. I think that there should be more tangible things, damaging to the actual baseball going forward. Because at the end of the day, the owners of the team... they made the money off of winning the World Series, and that isn't going to change anything. Whether or not they have a trophy doesn't matter. But if you severely hinder the team going forward, then the team doesn't perform as well. That's when you get the people in power, changing how they approach the situation. So I think it has to be more tangible on the field punishment.
The thing that I don't like about stripping championships, and I don't think it's the worst punishment, but it's not like they awarded the championship to the Yankees, let's just say. It's not like the trophy was given someone else. You'll look up Houston Astros and it'll say they won the World Series, but as you said, with an asterisk next to it. So it doesn't change. They still played the game, they still held up the trophy, they still won the championship. You're just removing that title from them. But the thing that I don't like about the punishment is that you're not removing the title and giving it to the team that you beat. You know what I mean? So I don't really see the justification in the punishment. That's just me personally.
Well, taking the draft picks away is not enough. And I know you mentioned that the owners are the ones who are benefiting from it the most.
Well, especially in baseball, draft picks don't matter as much, I feel like.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But it's a delayed reaction, too, because you go through the minors first. So, that won't even affect them for a couple of years.
But the players were involved with it, too. It's not just management. The players were involved with it, hitting on the trash
can. So they're going to make the team release players that were involved in it?
I don't know what it's going to come to.
I mean, would it maybe an idea is impacting the salary cap going forward for that team for a couple of years?
That's really interesting. Well, baseball doesn't really have that type of cap.
I'm not a baseball
doesn't
expert, so
baseball I don't know how to explain it. Baseball,
I don't know what they're going to do. I really don't know what they're going to do.
Baseball doesn't really have a salary cap.
I think there's definitely going to be an asterisk. There's definitely going to be draft pick penalties. But there's going to be something more than that.
Well, when they said that there's a punishment that nobody's ever seen before, my gut reaction was the players that are involved, they're getting kicked off the team because that's never happened in any sport before. We've seen asterisks on titles before. When have we ever seen a player kicked off a team?
Or banned.
Or banned.
You might have seen people banned from the MLB.
Well, we've seen people banned from leagues before, but not for
But not in this kind of situation where it's a group of people plus this, plus that, plus that.
Exactly.
The real question is if they're going to strip them of their rings and stuff.
I mean, that's just going to be something we're going to have to wait and see. Sticking with the Houston Astros, though, their star pitcher, Garrett Cole, he's on the market this offseason. Any teams in particular you think you're going to go after him?
Not the Astros.
Not the Astros.
He's not going back. He's not happy with them. I don't know. It'd be easy for me to sit here and say Yankees.
Well, I think the Yankees are the clear number one. I have an interesting team.
I do have another team.
What's yours?
The Angels.
That's what I was gonna say. The Angels or the Cubs.
I think those two are valuable teams too. I think every year a big pitcher hits the market and everyone's like Yankees, and then it never happens.
Right.
So I'm not jumping on that.
I'm looking at the Angels. I'm looking at you know what? All other team I'm interestingly looking at. I'm looking at the Braves as a potential landing spot for him too. The Braves are an interesting team to me. I could see them making a move for Cole. I don't know how you feel about the Braves, but
How
I
about
mean,
the Sox?
what?
How about the Red Sox?
Oh God! Oh, you're a Red Sox fan, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I am a Red Sox fan in a university full of Yankees fans.
Right.
So here's the thing. Red Sox had a down year after winning the series. Obviously, missing the playoffs and all that.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons was pitching. Chris Sale was not what he was in their World Series year. Having an ace, undoubtedly helps a team win more. So I think that's what it comes down to, and I think that they still have that solid core from the year they won it. So
that's a fair point. Any other closing topics on Garrett Cole?
No, I think it's pretty early for that too.
Right.
So
Well, I'm actually glad we had it on the topic this week, but we got a basketball play here. Let's move on to some basketball. I know we talked about it on air before, but now that we have Sean here, I'll get your take first. Sean, Luka Doncic.
Yeah, I know you guys talked about this, so we can be brief.
Yeah, but
wow. Just wow. I mean,
yeah.
It just makes me think about like what was said about Luka Doncic before he got drafted. Being like, oh, this and that.
He's not athletic enough to be in the NBA.
He's too young to be an all-star. The EuroLeague MVP means nothing. And, with this, like, I wasn't a guy who bashed Doncic, but I also wasn't a guy who was, like, on the Doncic train.
Well, see, nobody was because nobody had seen him play.
And, like, I'm surprised he is doing this well because, like you said, I didn't watch much of him playing. But it's not like I ever thought the guy was going to be bad. Let me put it that way. Like,
yeah.
No,
and we talk about this all the time.
He just didn't stand out.
Yeah, he didn't.
To you.
He was the lowest. He was the highest floor pick in that draft. Like, you knew at very worst you were going to get a professional who came in and did his job.
Right.
Because he had already done it in Europe.
That's fair.
And he was young. So, that was what you were getting. But people didn't see the whole upside because athletically he's not as, he's not as explosive like as, the other people in that draft. But, like, looking back on it,
looking back on it,
you can really make an argument for anyone else.
He's the very clear best player in the draft. But what's interesting to me that I forget? That trade with Atlanta with Trae Young. But to me,
both teams won that trade.
I was going to say, because
Trae Young is performing unbelievably
Trae Young's
too.
Unbelievable as well, and he kind of gets
other
shadowed.
Pieces with that too.
He gets shadowed because of Doncic as well.
Right.
But Trae Young's phenomenal too.
Oh, absolutely.
I thought he was another guy I thought that was going to be good. Maybe not this quick. I didn't think he was going to be good this quick, but. He was another guy that got a lot of hate against him, and he's always going to be in the shadow of Doncic. But that does not take away that he's a tremendous player.
Oh no, but I think the trades worked out well for both franchises. Like, I know we were talking a little bit about Porzingis, how he could be better this season, but overall, like, because of that trade, like, Dallas has the potential to have one of the best duos the league has ever seen in Kristaps and Luka if they both reach their maximum ceilings.
Absolutely. Luka, I see Luka as being one of those players like. In the last 15 years, if you have LeBron, you're a title contender. Mm-hmm. I think in the next 10 years, because keep in mind, Luka's 20. Next 12 years while he's still in his prime,
32.
If you have Luka, you are a contender. Especially once he gets be 23, 24. Like, if you have
when
Luka,
he starts to climb into his prime,
you are a contender.
Absolutely. And then insane. On the other hand, with the Hawks, it's like the Hawks to me are built so much like the way the Warriors were built. Like, back when they started getting their Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond, like, I feel like they have a core like that in Kevin Huerter, John Collins, and Trae Young. Like, I feel like
Collins is another guy that's really good.
Right.
Weird drug test there with that. That was a whole another weird situation.
Yeah, that's
with his band.
That should be our topic for next show: drug testing. In sports.
I have quite a tidbit on that.
Yeah,
Derrick Rose has quite a bit to say on that.
I'm interested about that. But I do want to change the topic from Luka because we talked about it. Yeah. Jake, I'm going to turn to you for a minute because we've talked about this multiple times. You've played against some guys in the NBA right now. So out of the core that you played against, I know, what was it? It was Naz Reid,
Anthony
Little.
Simons, Nasir Little I played once for like a few minutes a game. But Cam Reddish and Anthony Simons are the two that I've played against a lot. And
so out of those guys, like, who would you say is the best of that young group that you played against? I know you've spoken very highly of Cam Reddish.
So, yeah, Cam is unbelievable. I've seen Cam get 50 in a high school game and look honestly bored while he does it. Like, the kid... that guy is he's so unbelievably skilled.
Well, he was voted he was voted by his class as the player most likely
when
to
you
have the
play
best
with
career.
him, like on Duke, I think the being at Duke in that system where he had to share shots with RJ and Zion, which as he should, I think that really hurt him as far as his draft stock. But when you play with him, like that guy, he has the highest ceiling out of. I mean, other than Zion, I think he has the highest ceiling out of anyone in that draft. Right. And he's unbelievable.
What about Nas Reed?
He torched us.
Because I honestly liked watching him play in the
Nas
tournament.
Reed.
Jake loves Nas Reed.
Oh, really? Because I was a big Nas Reed guy too.
Nas is the best player I've ever played against.
He's just a hustle player too.
Oh, he is a dog.
I love that.
When I played against him, it was on. So there's an Under Armour circuit for high school players, and my team and his team, we were playing against each other on like the opening night of the whole Under Armour league, and there was a lot of people there, and I didn't realize. You see him warming up, and you're like, that's a big guy, and then you're guarding him, and you're like,
he's
wow.
massive. Yeah.
So he's big and he's
skilled.
energetic.
So here's the thing. So I check into the game, like 5-6 minutes into the game, and I'm supposed to be guarding Nas, right? And keep in mind, Javon Quinterly, who's at Alabama now, who's a big jelly
I know him.
Him and Nas were the two best players on the team. And Nas gets it at probably like 30 feet from the hoop, right? And I'm guarding him, and I'm like out like 23 feet from the hoop. I'm fine. Like, this guy is not going to shoot it. And he takes one dribble in, hits me with the hesitation, and like absolutely like rainbow 27 footer, just like in my face. Like the first time I checked into the game, and I was just like, what's going on here? He has an NBA body. As far as his strength, he's not the craziest leaper, but he can move. He's a switchable defender. He has an NBA skill set. He can shoot. He can handle the ball. He can pass. He can finish at the rim. I'm so surprised he fell out of the draft.
Me too.
I was surprised about that.
He was a beast at LSU.
He was unbelievable. Some people had him in mocks in the first round, and then he fell out of the.
He totally fell. I didn't understand.
I didn't understand why.
He was one of my favorite players during the tournament.
I had him as a first round pick too. Like I was that high on him. I have experience with him too, actually. So I was a coach of this, like, I guess you could call it like an AAU type team in my high school. It was like a summer league thing, and Nas is from the area. Like he's from Asbury. He's from Asbury. He's a local kid.
He's from 10 minutes from here.
Our center was this. No other word to describe him besides a unit. Like 325 pounds.
Jesus.
But 5'9". So he's our center. So. Nas didn't start the game because it was like a league he did with his friends. Like he was
just messing around.
He was messing around, whatever. So I see this guy on the bench, and I'm like, damn, their coach is intimidating. And then
their coach, right? For sure.
Well, I look at him. I'm like, yeah, for sure, exactly. I'm looking at him like, wow, their coach is like, that's a big dude. So then I see him take his shirt off and run to the game, and the kid that's my center, he looks at me, he goes, bro, do I have to do this right now? I'm like, listen, you're the tallest guy on the team. And he's like, with shoes, I'm 5'10". And I said, but you're also 325, so just stand there and hope he doesn't blow by you. Dude, Nas must have put up like 40 points, and I think almost all of them were threes. Like
the guy has an unbelievable jump shot.
What Nas was doing was like he wasn't posting up against him because he knew he could beat him on the perimeter.
Yeah,
Nas would just dribble around the top of the arc and complete like jog and completely lose the kid. And like again, it was like my friends, like we were having, but it was hilarious. But again, with that, like I love Nas Reed, like, and I know we did our little franchise in 2K a couple weeks ago, and we just full sent Nas as our starting center.
Yeah.
It's great.
He's a better Bobo.
But another player really high on is
he's a better Bobo.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Go back to that. Talk about Bobo, because a lot of people are really high on him as a potential top 10 pick in the draft. But you claim to have absolutely torched him in a game once.
So torched him is not the right word. I would say I out rebounded him, and I was.
Actually, I mean that stands alone as it is.
Well, he's also like, isn't he like 7'4"? Isn't he huge?
He's a tall person.
He's a tall person. I gotta look up his height.
I think he's 7.
Well, because what do you?
I think it's 7'6".
You're 6'8".
He's not
right?
7'6".
Oh no, it's not 7. It's 7'3".
He's 7'2".
7'2".
So picture,
but that's
picture
tall.
Jake against like Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, no, like people
Minus,
people
like,
think
50
that
pounds.
people think that I'm tall. So if you're like 6 feet tall, the difference between like me and you is the difference between me and Bobo.
Yeah.
So, but like, and the guy, he's special. He's talented. I don't think his motor sucks. Like I just when people, I played well against him because I just play really hard. I would never claim to be one of the most talented guys on the court and, on a college level team.
Yeah.
But I always can say I'm like one of the hardest working guys on the court, and that's kind of who I am. So when I see someone like Bobo who's supremely talented and I think could be a great NBA player, I think that I get excited because I just know that I can work so much harder than you because I know that that's what I got to do. And you don't have to do that to be successful, at least at that level. But yeah, I think that Nas has a similar skill set as Bobo. Like they love the playmaking, shot blocking, shooting. But Bobo is like, I think, yeah, he's not. I think most of our suite mates weigh more than Bobo.
Probably
and,
that's true. I
Is
do
that
want
a
to get
shot
back.
or?
No, it's just a fact.
I
Like,
mean,
the guy's
I
skinny.
believe it.
No, the guy's
I
skinny.
believe
If you look at his father playing, back in the 80s, like
Yeah.
he was skinny too. Like
Same thing.
He's a skinny guy.
It's
and
genetics.
It's genetics, and some people just aren't blessed with the ability to put on muscle like that. I don't think it's not a shot, but it's a realistic fact that if you have DeAndre Jordan posting up on him, he's gonna get put in the rim.
Well, I meant a shot at your sweet mates.
Oh, at my sweet mates, no.
So you calling them all fat or something?
No, we don't have fat sweet mates.
Bobo's like 175 pounds. That's
scary.
7'2".
That is
I do
scary.
want to move on from basketball talk because we are running out of time off camera. But when we come back on air, I do want to get back to this and the guys you played against. As Sean knows, Jake, you're kind of new to this. Every week we just do a really quick run through. I'll say the game. You guys will go through and just give your prediction on the game. So I'll just say right now, Colts, Texans to win 3-0. Let's just do this really quickly, Sean.
I'm gonna go Colts.
Colts?
T.Y.'s back.
Texans.
I'm going with the Texans too. All right, let's move on to Sunday's game slate. Broncos at Bills. I'm going with the Bills.
I'm going Bills.
Is that a football game people are going to watch?
No.
There we go.
Okay.
I don't care.
Perfect. All right, next one. Giants, Bears. I'm going with the Bears. It's tough, though.
I'm going Giants.
That game is going to make me want to not watch football. It's a really great defense against a bad offense, and then a bad offense against a mediocre defense.
It's confusing.
So it's going to be like the score's going to be 2-0 Bears.
Jesus.
2-0 Bears. All right, let's keep it moving. Steelers at Bengals. Bengals don't win a game this season.
Is Rudolph playing?
Yes.
I'm going Bungles.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's my upset pick
All
this
right,
week.
Sean picks the Bungles.
No Connor, no Rudolph.
Steelers because the Bengals jerseys are atrocious.
All right, that's fair. All right, Buccaneers at Falcons. I'm going with the Falcons.
Falcons. I don't like
Falcons. All right, Panthers
No one
at
does.
Saints.
This is a good game, but I'm gonna go Saints.
Panthers. Christian McCaffrey's a superhuman.
I'm also going with the Panthers.
He is a superhuman.
He's a superhuman.
This is an interesting game. Seahawks at Eagles.
I'm gonna go Seahawks.
Um,
It's in Seattle too, I think.
I have to go Seahawks.
God, I really hope our Philly friends aren't listening.
I was just
you know who you're thinking of. Yeah.
They're gonna get
What's your team?
Detroit.
Oh, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no.
I love
it's
Patricia.
That's actually the
it's
next
not
game.
not a great.
I love
franchise,
Patricia.
but, you
Love
know.
Patricia.
Oh,
I love
yeah, no, me
Patricia
too.
too.
And I love Stafford too.
All
Love
right, so
Patricia.
let's go on to the next game then. I'll pick it Seattle, by the way. Lions at Redskins. I gotta go with Detroit.
Well, we might win.
Yes.
Lions. Oh my, the
Lions, absolutely.
The Lions have just lucked out so much this year.
They have.
Like I always low key support them because I have family from Detroit.
That's where my family's from. That's why I'm a fan.
So yeah, that like my grandpa's a Detroit Lions fan. So like I always like low key support them, and I love Matt Patricia. They've had a rough they've just gotten so unlucky.
See,
this year.
I had this big fit because after because they made pass interference reviewable as we talked about
Yes.
earlier on the show. The hands to the face calls against the Packers where
That was
won
that's the game I'm talking
in
about.
2 drives where
They got so unlucky.
The Packers were dead in the water, and then it's about to be 4th down. They're about to punt or kick a field goal when we're like up 10 or something, and with like 5 minutes left. So we're like, we got it, and then they're like, oh. Wait, he touched his shoulder pad, which is near his face, so illegal
It
hands
was
to the
BS.
face. It's like, oh,
It's
right,
terrible.
for sure.
It was
but you have
BS.
to put your hands on his face for it to be hands to the face.
Exactly. So it's not how it works. Sean, don't make fun of me. Raiders at Jets.
Raiders have been hot in all
They
seriousness.
have been hot, I know.
JETS, just end the season.
Raiders.
Raiders.
I thought that was going in a bad
I
direction.
have yet to pick against the Jets this season.
Yes, you have. You picked the
when
Dolphins.
I picked the Dolphins. I was just going to say, the one time I picked the Jets to lose was against the Dolphins. We're winning out.
Wait,
we're making
did
the
they
playoffs.
actually lose that game?
Yeah, still
Yeah.
the Dolphins.
Great pick.
Thank you. I'm picking the Jets. Jaguars at Titans.
This is tough.
I'm
I'm
going
gonna
with
go
Jacksonville.
Jaguars.
Yeah, me too.
Jaguars.
Jaguars. All right. This is a great game. Cowboys at Patriots.
Patriots.
You have it. You have.
I have to say Cowboys.
Jake,
But and I also just don't want to say Patriots. But
yes, for reasons.
Cowboys.
For reasons not need to be stated, Jake has to choose the Cowboys.
Let's go Cowboys.
I have no choice. I have to pick the Patriots.
What is
I'm
your
sorry.
girlfriend a Cowboys fan or something?
That's exactly it.
Nailed it.
That's
Right
exa-
there. Nailed
That's
it.
exactly it. And my sweet mate's a Patriots fan. He's just
worst.
I don't want to hear him.
He's the
nobody
worst.
should hear me.
He's the
say
worst.
Patriots.
All right, let's get into the two night games really quickly. This is a fantastic game. Packers at 49ers.
Wow.
I am going with the Niners.
I'm going with the Niners as well.
Packers. I don't know. Oh wait, where's the game?
At San Fran.
I mean, I'm still gonna go with the Packers. The Packers just, veteran team. I think that Aaron Rodgers is just, he's a superhuman in his own way. He's
Another
just,
superhuman.
yeah, absolutely. Like the guy is unbelievable. He just wins games.
He is, absolutely.
He wins games.
And then our final
Is this the Monday night?
final Monday night game, Ravens at Rams.
Ravens.
I like the Rams. I'm still high on the Rams. I think that they still have, the opportunity to be a good football team. I'm going Rams. I mean,
This is tough. I gotta go with the Ravens. I love Lamar Jackson.
I'm all in on the Ravens.
I think they're a phenomenal team. All right, so that wraps up our on-camera segment of Go Talk tonight. Thank you guys for listening in.
Thank you to
yes.
Thank you
I was gonna say who's downstairs.
to we didn't have a board operator today, but thank you to Steve Pompey and Billy O'Neill for helping us set up, and Mike Orlando. You guys help run this show, and I couldn't do it without you guys.
Absolutely huge shout out to the crew. Jake, thanks for coming on. Much appreciated.
Absolutely. It was awesome.
Yeah,
to
thank
be
you,
here.
Jake.
Sean, why don't you tell everyone about our social media?
So our social medias will be popping up right about here right now when I do this in post. It's going to be Instagram is g.o.a.t._talk. Twitter is going to be all caps G_O_A_T_talk, capital T, all lowercase ALK. Make sure you go follow. Make sure you like and subscribe on Mom's University or Hawk TV on YouTube. This is episode 8 now.
Oh, wow.
We have one more episode left. We are supposed to go live for next episode. So stay updated with that. Look on the social medias to get more info about that. Mm-hmm. And that's all I got.
That's it. All right. For our YouTube audience watching, have a happy and healthy Thanksgiving. And for our radio audience, stay tuned because we'll be back in about 10 minutes with Go Talk.